So just picking up where we left off, we had entered a 0.18 in this next table here, and I was mentioning that you will continue. From here you'll just continue recording your data. We were just going through the read aloud, and I think you've gotten the point by now, if you've been listening and watching, that this is not an exact science. It's not clear what everything is a saccade and what isn't, and what was exactly like moving from one batch of word or batch of words to the next. But again, kind of you're doing your best. What's interesting is this is the actual eye movements as they went. One thing to be aware of here is, I'm going to hold this up so I can make sure I'm seeing it. Especially with these easy passages, your eye might not make one saccade for every word. But maybe with a harder passage, maybe you will. Maybe this is, you really need to look at every single word and analyze it. So oftentimes, things like, and I'm kind of inventing this, but things like prepositional phrases, kind of in your mind as you become more cognitively savvy as a reader, those will all just be encompassed in one saccade, in one eye placement, basically. And your eyes will then sweep to the next glom of data. So, and I think this should become clear to you in this exercise, there's not going to necessarily be a one-to-one ratio between saccades and words of text that you're reading. So I'm kind of zoomed in here and I forget really what we were. I think this was the read aloud situation. So if we look at it kind of a little less zoomed in and try to see, this is maybe a good example. There's maybe one saccade, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if I zoom out a little bit more, I'm going to say, now where was this from which passage of data? Well, this is maybe line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe we did. And if I count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that happens to be the passage that starts swirl on the complicated one. And so I would have to count up the number of words there, starting with swirl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that one actually maybe corresponded exactly. That was maybe a one-to-one ratio between number of words and number of eye movements I needed to actually read each of those words. So it's kind of a fun exercise to kind of see what kind of a reader you are, how many words you can glom into one eye placement, and how many times you have to move your eye, kind of shift it along the page to do what you need to do. In any case, that marks the end once you've finished gathering the 2 lines of reading from the read aloud passage. That should mark the end of your data analysis, and then you need to just complete the rest of your lab report, including kind of some conceptual questions about the data itself, and then move along from there.